How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here, and you guys know we love ourselves an expansion franchise mode here on the channel. You know we love creating a team and going through and taking them to glory until they reach legendary status. We've got legends such as the New Orleans Admirals, which we never really got to finish because I had a Russian goalie and I couldn't re-sign him because of that whole thing. We're going to leave that up to the side. Thank you, EA. But the Honolulu Hammerheads are a legendary team that you guys fell in love with, and it means so much that you guys love them. And, you know, sometimes you just run out of ideas, and a good place to get some ideas and assistance is using AI. I wanted to see what kind of team would ChatGPT build. So today, guys, I've done no pre-testing of this. We're going to have ChatGPT help us build an NHL franchise. We're going to have it pick the team, the city, the logo, all of the stuff that you could do, and I'll do my best to translate it into NHL 24. Now, I've used ChatGPT many times in other aspects of my life. I've had it create me a way to organize my agenda better, some healthy meal options, or just brushing up on finance concepts that I forgot from college. So I've used it a ton, never for this though. This will be the first time we're trying, so let's go ahead and start our conversation. So we're sitting here with the conversation. I have the prompt already typed because I don't want you guys to sit there and listen to me try and rabble on while I'm trying to type at the same time, but I'm asking it to create an expansion franchise NHL 24. I want ChatGPT to help me craft the team. I want it to pick a city and a team name to start, right? That's our baseline. We gotta make sure that those are in NHL 24, because if those aren't in there and the announcer can't say it, what's the point? If you don't have a city name that's in the game, what's the point really? So the criteria I wanted it to have is to have meaning, that team name meaning for the city, right? It can't just be something random that sounds good. I kind of want it to have a little bit of a story, something that the city can get attached to. And I don't want to have a city that currently has an NHL franchise, right? So we don't want another Toronto team. We don't want a Chicago again, or, you know, a Seattle team, right? Seattle already has a team. So we'll see what it comes up with. So it's going to be happy to help us. How about the city of Portland? Currently doesn't have an NHL franchise and has a vibrant sports culture. That's true. For the team name, how about the Portland Pioneers? This pays homage to the city's history and pioneering spirit. Unique and meaningful choice. What do you think? If you have any, so we could go back to it, but I'm going to double check real quick. Portland, I know, is in the game. Pioneers, we'll double check that they can say it, but that feels pretty good to me. And there we have it, guys. I just checked, and Portland Pioneers is something they can say in-game, so check that off the list. Next, we're going to need to ask it for team colors and a logo, and then we can see how that ties into a jersey. So I'm going to ask it if it has any ideas what it thinks the logo should look like and what the team colors should be, and I'll tell it to pick 3. We got to put that in there. Got to be specific, but it's so far so good. All right, so we just asked it the prompt. It wants the 3 colors to be forest green, slate gray, and rushed orange. So we're gonna be green, gray, and orange. That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see how I can work with that. Create a balanced and distinctive palette for the team, for the logo. A classic compass rose with a hockey stick incorporated. That'd be super cool. I don't know if they have any compass hockey stick combinations, but I'm gonna do my best. I told it I'm gonna find something in game that looks similar to what it has. If not, we'll be back here. But so far, so good. The compass. I guess like what about a secondary logo as well? A secondary logo as well, and you guys can see it just in real time. There we go. And certainly for a secondary logo, a theme and a mountain silhouette. Ooh, a mountain range. I loves the cross hockey sticks. It's classic, right? You're asking AI that's been fed so much data and information. So that's all pretty good. I think it's about time we started to get a visual of what this team is looking like. So I'm going to catch up with you guys in NHL 24 after I've gotten a little bit of progress. So we've made some pretty good progress so far. We've got the name, the arena, and the logos and colors all set. So I'm going to show you guys, obviously, the jerseys. Those are coming. We're going to switch back to ChatGPT and ask it in a second. But I wanted to show you guys that, yes, I can do the team name, city name, nickname, play-by-play. The abbreviation is going to be poor, as like it is for the Trailblazers and things like that. And then I asked ChatGPT what should the arena be called, and it said Frontier Arena. And I looked it up. Frontier is an airline that's based out of Denver, Colorado. Yes, but I thought it'd be really cool if we could get a sponsorship from Frontier Arena. It works with the Portland Pioneers. It just makes too much sense, too much synergy there. I decided to mess around with some of these numbers a little bit. It doesn't really matter too much. But the big one is there. You guys can see there are the logo, well, the main logo. And I chose this hatchet because it kind of reminds me of a P. You know, maybe if we were actually creating this team IRL, we'd make it look more like a P, but I think it looks pretty good right now. Then I love their secondary logo here. And then our third logo, I decided to use this Pioneer Man. Now I know ChatGPT wanted a compass, and wanted a mountain range. I couldn't find anything like that. It wanted a historic ship steering wheel, and I thought that was okay, as well as a evergreen tree, which, believe it or not, I couldn't find trees in here anywhere. Like, I don't know if I'm just missing it, but I looked a couple times and I could not find trees unless I'm a goof and I am staring right at a tree, and I can't see it. Can't see the tree among the forest, that kind of thing. The forest among the trees, one of those two. There's some saying like that. But yeah, no, believe it or not, there's no tree logo from what I can see here. So yeah, I did the best that I could. So I'm actually really happy with how these logos are turning out. The color scheme's not as crazy as I thought it might be, and we're getting it to work. One of the things I do recommend, this is gonna get kind of like a tip for you guys, is I love to move over to like one of the colors and just apply the team colors. It got me, it did this on its own, right? So this logo, EA did that with apply team colors, and that's what gave me the idea to carry back over to the primary logo. And then the third logo was mostly me, but you know, for the most part, you can get some ideas by just kind of throwing it in there, and then you can see the colors will persist as I like scroll through each logo, right? It's not perfect, right? But if you see something that jumps out, like, oh, hey, if I was doing some swords or something, like, hey, that looks pretty cool with my colors, like, it's getting there, right? So that's just one tip for you guys. So it's now to the most fun part of all, is the team jerseys. We need to ask the style and the vibe and what kind of jerseys we should be trying to shoot for. It's gonna be a lot tougher, right? Because it doesn't have access to everything, but I think we can have some pretty good jerseys by the end of this. All right, so we're here with ChatGPT again. You guys can see, you know, I'm kind of bouncing ideas. What about a hatchet? It looks like a P, right? For a hat, right? So you can talk to it. It'll come up with things for you guys, and you know, it'll link it back to the city, right? A stylized depiction of a pioneer wearing a fur hat, right, with a hockey stick in hand. That'd be cool. It's kind of like the Vancouver Lumberjack, but you know, you saw what I picked already. So now I'm telling it we need to create the jerseys. I'm asking it for style and vibe. Again, it doesn't know everything that's in NHL 24, but I can at least interpret, right? You got to work with it somewhat, right? You guys are creative. You want it to be your team, not exactly ChatGPT's team, but ChatGPT's Portland Pioneers. What do you think? And I mean, it's also super fast in responding. So, okay, so there we go. The home jersey, it's a style as a classic, clean design. The details, the rust orange accents as stripes on the sleeves and the bottom hem. Wow, that's actually way more detail than I thought it was going to be. The team name Pioneers can be displayed in bold white letters. Oh, that'd be so cool if we could do something like that. You know, like with the Rangers, how they've done that in the past. The away jerseys are similar, but predominantly slate gray jersey. Okay, so we're gonna break the mold and not make a white jersey. We can still make it white, but slate gray could be kind of cool. It could be good for a third jersey, but it wants to make a modern yet timeless look. Color balance ensures visibility and distinctiveness, and we can adjust it. Obviously, it always is going to say that. It's never going to say anything definitively, right? But it wants the pants to be forest green. I would love to get a forest green stripe. I don't think we can't put stripes on there, so we'll see. We'll play around with it, right? It says white on the home. We'll see how that goes, but I'm gonna actually just do my best to recreate this. So I will catch up with you guys in just a second. Pause the video now if you want to see just exactly what it said and what I'm gonna actually do with it. All right, so the longest part of the video for me, not for you guys, is done, and we made the jerseys. And honestly, with the color scheme, I was a little bit skeptical going in, especially with ChatGPT's description of what he wanted the jerseys to look, what they wanted the jerseys to look like. And honestly, I think they turned out pretty good. I tried to stay true to the stripes near the hem and on the sleeves, right? So I chose this jersey style. I think it looks pretty good. You got the hatchets on the shoulders with the P hatchet as the main logo. They wanted something clean and simple yet modern, so the pants are all green, and then here I'll show you the socks real quick. They've got a couple stripes near the top, which is exactly what ChatGPT wanted to do. Let's take a look at the away jerseys. ChatGPT wanted silver. I said we should stick with white just because it's the NHL. We do use the silver for the third jersey, and I asked it to be a little bit more creative there, so we got to do something a little bit different. But as you guys can see, I think these jerseys are also pretty nice. The numbers, maybe not with the forest green, but I think as a whole, you know, staying true to the homes and then carrying that over to the aways like it recommended, you know, I think it looks pretty good. I'm certainly, I've seen worse jerseys and worse teams out there playing ESHL, so it's kind of funny. But then here are the alternate jerseys. They're that slate gray. It wanted a bit more piping here and there. I think these actually turned out pretty cool. I really do like this with that rust orange numbering and things like that. We're using the same logos here and there. I was thinking about maybe using the Mountain Man logo, the Pioneer logo on the Pioneer Man front on the front of the jerseys, right? We could even do the crossed hatchets. That could be kind of cool, but I thought, you know, just keep it simple, classic. That's kind of the thing it's been talking about, is with the alternate jersey too. It wanted charcoal gray, I went with slate gray, you know, things like that. I think the logo, we could take your pick, right? We could put that on there. I think the crossed hatchets actually looks really sharp on this jersey, so I think I'm gonna switch it up and put the P on each one. So yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I mean, live corrections here. But I think these jerseys look pretty nice, to be honest. We'll go to sock style now, show you the socks. They got a little bit more striping, similar to the jerseys. You know, that's one of the themes. You try and keep it all consistent. And then finally, I went ahead and made the mascot. Now, there he is. He is in the alternate jersey, but there is Pioneer Pete. I asked ChatGPT to give him a name, and he said this name is friendly, approachable, and directly connects to the theme. Can be a charismatic and energetic mascot representing the adventurous and pioneering nature of your team and community. So yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good. Looks just like that third logo, so it's kind of fun. There he is in the alternate jerseys, actually looking really, really sharp there. So I'm gonna go through with ChatGPT, make the arena, and then we can jump into a home game, and I'll show you guys our debut. So it's done. I've finished up making the arena and picked the roster. ChatGPT really didn't want to pick the roster, so you can see we are pretty bad because I just picked all the top free agents available and put a team together. So I don't know what the lines are. I don't really know who's on the team. I think Jonathan Taze is on the team, even though he, I think, was retired. So there we go. You guys can see it, and there are the full uniforms. There's Jonathan Taze. Take a look at the away uniforms. I think I like the aways. Those might be my favorites. And then there's the alternates, which I think turned out pretty good, but obviously for our first ever game, I'm going to use the home jerseys here. We're going up against the Buffalo Sabres because they're my favorite team, and they just happen to be the team on the road. For the next game, I'm going to take the settings off of Superstar real quick. I'll disappear so you guys can see the full intro. And there we have it, guys. Obviously, ChatGPT didn't really think that any of the pregame intros and animations fit with our team. So for now, we're just going to use the national anthem. We'll go to the back door. Oh, Phil Kessel. No, I was hoping we'd get that goal right away for you here. I turned the difficulty down just so we could score as soon as possible to get you guys the goal animations, and then we'll be up and out of here finishing up what ChatGPT has created for us here. So we will just go ahead, hopefully score here. It's not the greatest team, but we are playing the Sabres, so there we go. And you can see there, there's the spotlight. We've got blinking green LED lights. Yes, I ran all this by ChatGPT. ChatGPT recommended all of these changes, so there we go. Danny DeKaiser scores the first Portland Pioneers goal, and there it is. Just, you know, a simple one. I obviously low difficulty, but I'm not going to claim that was a great goal, but it was the first goal the Portland Pioneers have ever scored. So if you guys like this and you want to see more, want to see me talk to ChatGPT more to see should we create a couple more teams? Do you guys want me to put a video together of me creating a bunch of teams that you guys can copy and how I put them together? We can do that, but for now, guys, that's all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a free for all, before we